Hey everybody! Welcome to the InfraPink Panther channel. Look, it's some nut in a costume filming in a basement and posting it online. Yeah, what's new? What? What do you mean they don't... What? They just throw on any old t-shirt and... Oh man! If they spent all that money on this... Oh... Wait. Camille and Kennerly. They have costumes. That's right. So that means I'm cool like them. Alright. Aside from general amusement, I've got a series of contact juggling tutorials for you. When I say juggling, you probably think of the typical toss juggling. Yeah, I can't do that. Contact juggling is probably better known as that David Bowie crystal ball thing from the movie Labyrinth. Yeah, that. Contact juggling is very easy to get into, and I've designed the show to be for everybody. Adults, kids, adults without kids, grandparents, grandparents without grandkids. Wait, that doesn't work. All ages, all access. Except teenagers. If you're one of those know-it-all teens who think everything is stupid and you can't be bothered, just pass on by. Nothing for you to see here. If you're a teen who likes to learn new things and isn't afraid to be silly once in a while, you're cool. Just not those Beavis buttheads. Best of all, I'm cheap. I'll show you how to start up this hobby without paying out any money. Well, you can pay me, so give it a try. Okay, first, you will need a ball. If you are poor and fortunate with no balls, you may end up having to buy one. But first, scrounge around your house and your yard, especially if your neighbors have kids. Or scrounge around your neighbor's yard if you're that type of person. No, I didn't just say that. No. Just about any ball will do to start practicing. Baseball, softball, tennis ball, racquetball ball, squash ball, lacrosse ball, pink rubber balls. Do they still make those? Super bounce balls, those new balls that claim to bounce 75 feet up in the air. Cat toys, dog balls, golf balls, wiffle balls, hacky sack, even koosh balls. Okay, here's what I came up with around my home and yard. Here's the ball I stole from the dog. This is 2 3/4 inches or 70 millimeters. This is a good size to work with if you have medium-sized hands like I do. It's actually on the smaller side of the professional balls. Very good to work with. This is another of the dog's toys, or he uses it as a dog toy. It's the spiky blue ball. In certain high-end fitness centers, you can spend a lot of money on this as a massage ball, and it's very good for reflexology. Or you can go to a cheapo store like Walmart and get some of these for a few bucks to toss in your dryer and fluff up your sheets. It is hard plastic, so if you do work with something like this, you want to be very careful that you cushion it and use it very lightly. If you let it crack down in your knuckles, the spikes aren't very pointy, but you will feel it, and you'll quickly learn not to do that. If you're into that sort of thing, okay. Otherwise, I don't recommend it. Over here, we have some of the cat's toys. There were some more... Oh, I left these out overnight. She must have stolen them back. Okay. These are the super bounce balls. This is actually a little too small for my hand. But I worked with these for a couple weeks when I was first learning, so that's doable. This is the cat's remember all. Oh, it's beeping. That means I've forgotten something. Hang on, let me find my script. Alright. Now this is a ball I found out on the beach one day. I was thinking about getting a pet rat. I was going to give it to the rats. So, dog toys, cat toys, rat toy. Now this is not rubber, this is a very, very thin plastic. I think you can see if I go like that. Okay, you get the idea. This weighs next to nothing. This is absolutely horrible to work with. You want a heavy ball so that when you carry it on the back of your hand, it'll settle down and stay there. And it'll have a lot of inertia, so it doesn't bobble around like this. Okay, working with this, it just pops around. If there's a puff of wind, or if you breathe on it too heavy, it's just... And there it goes. I don't recommend that. Okay, Now from pets to family members. I stole these from my mom. Well, I borrowed them. Not that she knows that. These are golf balls. Again, these are pretty small. I think they're actually smaller than the cat balls. Maybe about the same size. Oh, I don't know. But if you're a little kid with no money and you have a parent that golfs, you might do with one of these. Just be careful. Okay, you don't crack them down on your knuckles too hard. Remember to ask if you can borrow them instead of just swiping them. My mom also has this. This is a little orange wiffle ball. She gets out her 9-iron and smacks this around the house. Yes, inside the house. You wonder where I get my insanity from. There you go. It's hereditary. Again, this is a little too small. It's way too light. Too difficult to work with. If this is all you have, though, maybe you could stuff some silly putty in it or clay or something to make it heavier. And that could work. Oh, now this is a grody tennis ball I found out in the yard. It was in a puddle in the driveway. I'm not going to touch it right now. But generally, a tennis ball is good to work with. They're cheap and plentiful, and you can probably find one around somewhere. Speaking about in the yard, I found this out there, but when I washed it off, I discovered it is in fact a toy orange. So again, this is very thin plastic, too small, too light, and entirely non-spherical. Now this ball I stole from the neighbor's kids. You know that's a joke, right? I didn't steal this. I did not steal this from the neighbor's kids. It was in my yard, fair and square, when I... Hey! Shut up, you kids! And get off my lawn! This is probably about the largest size that you want to go. It's 4 inches or 100 millimeters. The professional contact juggling balls are about this size, but they're a lot heavier. When I got mine out of my box, I was like, oh my god, this thing weighs a ton! But you can start practicing with the lighter balls. It didn't take me long at all to get used to the heavier ones once I started working with them. And oh yes, last but not least, the koosh ball. What? Okay, these are designed to be non-destructive, non-bouncy. You can, toss them against your TV screen and not smash it. They're not supposed to bounce. Mine bounces because mine is actually a mutant. It has this sort of thing going on inside of it. So you can drop it and it won't roll or bounce or go anywhere. And you can indeed do most of the tricks that you can do with a regular solid ball. Bonus, if yours is built like mine and has one of these on it, you can go and it won't fall off your hand. If you couldn't scrounge up a ball, well, dollar store. You might be able to find a gumball machine with the bigger bouncy balls. My grocery store has them for 75 cents. Starting out with this hobby doesn't have to be expensive. Hey, cheap is my middle name. Next, you need a place to practice. The best place is probably over a couch or sofa. It's wide, it's soft, and it has a soft backboard. You can also use your bed. I use an armchair up against the wall. When you drop the ball, it will land softly and won't be able to bounce around away from you. Well, much. Now, some places you don't want to practice near anything breakable, such as windows, French doors, curio cabinets, knickknacks, fine china, delicate electronics, computer screens, laptops, TVs, windshields, fish tanks, and cast iron radiators. Why cast iron radiators? Because they can dent, scratch, or even break your ball, and possibly your head when you're diving to catch the ball. Also, you can practice outside on some nice soft grass, but avoid things like busy streets, heavy traffic, the edge of a cliff, proving grounds, minefields. I mean, use common sense, right? Also, watch out for pets, like fish. Cats are particularly prone to sneaking up on you and watching the funny monkey show. Dogs can also be a problem, especially if you stole their ball. Small animals can be hurt by falling balls, so practice in a pet-free zone. Lastly, You need yourself and time to practice. I can teach you how to learn the basics in about 15 minutes. But that doesn't mean you'll be able to do it in 15 minutes. You may need to work on your skills for days or even weeks, depending on your natural dexterity, your hand-eye coordination, and your fun-to-frustration ratio, or pure stubbornness and determination to get it right. Contact juggling should be fun, an enjoyable activity. I even get where I'm like a dog sometimes and go, oh boy, I get to play with my balls. I can't wait to play with my balls. Don't say that out loud, especially if you're a guy. You might get arrested. Once you have found your ball, you're ready to begin the journey of 1,000 bounces. Or something. Start with my basics tutorial and the windshield wiper. Browse my playlists for more on various types of juggling, even pen twirling. And check my webpage for more info and goodies. Click subscribe if you want to be updated when a new tutorial comes out, or just to support my humble endeavor. Have fun! Episode 00, line 8.5. Cancel. Cancel. Cancel, cancel, cancel. Just not those Beavis buttheads. We don't like that. Best of all, I'm cheap. I'll show you how to start up this hobby without paying out any money. Well, you can pay me. And there should be something funny after this too, but I don't know. So give it a try. Just about any ball will do to start. Oh, just about any ball will do to start practicing. What do you mean server not found? Are you still going? Well... Episode 00. Line 4.4 or 5 or something. Corn pellet stoves? Well, that's just lovely. Get rid of those things. Yeah, that. Don't tell me ding. Don't tell me no. Did you stop?